Welcome to a little bit of Common Crazy. Today I'm going to share with you my top 5 tips for traveling with kids. Hi, my name is Jennifer, and my goal here is to try to find more calm in all the crazy and put some order to the chaos. If you don't know it, I am traveling with my 3 kids. My husband is back at home. This is a busy time of year for him at work, and so in some ways it's just easier for him if we are not around, so he doesn't feel guilty if he's putting in some really long hours. Plus, if you've never been to the South in the summertime, it is hot and it is humid. And we are going to spend the next month in Utah, and it is glorious. Loving the weather. We just got in last night, and I can't wait to share with you my travel tips. But before we get started, could you please make sure that you subscribe to my channel? And if you click that little bell, that is how you get notified every single time that I upload a video. Now, let's get into the tips. So number 1, pack food. There are a few reasons why I think that this is super important, and it probably won't surprise you, but the first one is so that you can save some money. I don't want to spend my money buying breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This is a trip that is taking us a couple of days to get to Utah, and that would really add up. I would much rather spend my money on the fun things that I want to do on vacation than the food while we are traveling. Plus, more than likely, the things that I would pack will be healthier than some of the places that we might choose to stop. Another reason why I really like to pack food is it's so much faster for me to just dig into it like a cooler or a bag and hand my kids something to eat while we're traveling than it is to stop every time someone says that they're hungry. I prefer just to stop, get gas, go potty, and get going, and not spend my time stopping for food. Tip number 2, plan your entertainment. If you're going on a road trip, more than likely you're going to be in the car for a few hours, and you want to make sure that your kids are well behaved and you don't hear a lot of fighting and complaining. At least I don't. So plan what will keep your kids entertained. So for us, we do have a DVD player in the car so the kids can watch movies, but I don't want them necessarily watching movies the entire time. That also ends up causing some conflict for us. So I also brought a couple of travel games for my kids to play so they weren't just watching movies. Another great idea is to make sure that you have books for them to read or even do audiobooks. Before we left, we stopped at the library and we picked up some playaways for my kids to listen to. This is one way that kids can listen to a book, especially if you have a kid that would get car sick from reading. This is a great alternative. I also picked up a couple of audiobooks for me to listen to so that it would make the drive much smoother, especially since I'm the only driver. I wanted something that would just entertain me as I was traveling and as my kids were doing their thing in the back seat. So making sure that you plan for your entertainment is super important to keep peace in the car. Tip number 3, break up your travel time. So I knew that our traveling would be about 22 hours with driving and stopping. So we did a long day and then a short day. I prefer to do a long day on the first day because that's when everyone's most excited and most tolerant of being in the car. So we spent about 15 hours in the car on the first day and only 7 in the car on day 2. I just feel like once you arrive where you're going, for me, my kids want to get out and kind of already see something or want to play. And so having a shorter travel time on day 2 allows them to do that. Plus, they're just not willing to sit in the car quite as long. So if you break up your travel time, you will find that you have a much smoother drive than if you don't. Tip number 4, have a hotel bag. If you're stopping in a hotel as you go, you don't want to take in everything that you're packing. So pack a separate bag specifically just for the hotel. I like to put in their change of clothes, their jammies, and whatever toiletries that we may need and keep it just super simple so that I can take in the one bag and call it good. Tip number 5, set your guidelines before you even leave. So for me, I have a couple of things. So I have guidelines for myself as well as for my kids. So one of the guidelines I have for myself is I like to plan where I'm stopping to get gas so it's not going to be a surprise. I'm not having to go, oh wait, do I need it here? Do I need it there? I plan where I want to get gas so that it's already in the schedule. The second thing is I tell my kids that anytime I stop, no matter what it is, everybody has to go to the bathroom. We stop, we go. I don't care if we just went 30 minutes ago and we stopped for whatever reason again, we try again. You at least give it a good try. And because I've set those guidelines before, my kids don't even think twice about it. They know we stop, we get out, we stretch our legs and go potty, we get back in the car. With these guidelines, I'm able to stop, get gas, have my kids go to the bathroom and get back in the car within normally about 10 minutes. It's pretty fast. And that way I'm spending more time driving and less time stopping. I hope that you find these guidelines super helpful on your next road trip. I would love to hear from you. What are your tips for traveling with kids? Leave those for me in the comments below. I would love for you to give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.